Well, hello and welcome to our channel. My name is Tracy and this is Premium Africa. So today I'm going to tell you a story about what happened to me today. So I got up this morning to take my walk and I went all around the neighborhood, getting to be familiar with the area. I came back and I wanted to cook. So after I bathed, I came in the kitchen and I turned on the stove. And I'll show you this stove so that way you can kind of see what I'm talking about and have your visual. So I turned on my stove just like usual, just like normal. Just turned this little knob here and it went on. Well, this little piece back here is the gas little hose that leads outside. So I said, okay, let me start cooking. So I turned it on, no gas. So it happened once before back in December. And when we went out to the cylinder where it's housed, the regulator registered 0. Now we knew we had just filled it up. We'd only use it for like a few weeks or whatever. And we shouldn't have ran through that quickly. So here it is, it did it again. So I'm just like, oh my goodness. I'm home by myself. What do I do? So I said, well, let me go outside. So I took myself outside and we'll go out this door as well and I'll show you what I saw. So, how are you? So I went outside, get my shoes on. Let me show you this long corridor. I went down this corridor and I walked and walked and walked. The breeze feels so good out here. You see that cage right there? That's where the cylinder is. I came over here. And you can see the hose, how it sticks outside of the wall here. So this is the hose. And it runs all along the ground down there. And then it comes around here and it goes through here. Well, you can see through there, you see that regulator there. So when I looked in there, you can see it. It said it has a little gauge that goes from yellow, green, and then red. So when I checked it yesterday as I was out here washing clothes, it was on yellow. When I came earlier, it was on red. And I was like, oh my heart sank. And I said, I just filled it. It's got to be full. So then I called the maintenance guy and I asked him to come over and check it. He picked it up and he says, it seems to be empty. And I'm like, how? Overnight, it was full yesterday. How was it empty? So I went back in and he came in with me and we went over to the stove again, checked the hoses. Oh, the breeze feels so good just standing right here. I can see the breeze feels so good. I can stay here, just right here. You may be able to see and show you the trees, how they're moving. Such a beautiful thing. Okay, sorry about that. I got caught up in the breeze. It feels so good. So anyway, because it's really hot. So yeah, so I came back inside and the maintenance guy came back in with me. And he says, well, let's just check and make sure that there's no leak somewhere. So then we came up the stairs and went inside, and when we got inside, he went and checked that stove again. And when he went to check the stove and the gas piece, he said, it appears to be a bit loose. So back out there where you saw the regulator, he says, well, let me get the little clamp. So he went and got the clamp. He brought it back in here and he clamped it down around the hose. And he said, that was probably your problem. He's like, but yes, it's empty. I was just like, I just filled it. 250 CDs, which is around $21. So I'm like, oh, man. I said, let me go and call. So I called a motorbike guy, and the one that I normally use, he was away. He said he wasn't close. So then I called another motorbike guy, but his phone was switched off. So I'm like, oh my, what am I gonna do? So I put on my shoes and I started down the road, and I got down there and I saw another motorbike guy. So I told him what my problem was. I told him that I need to come back here. I need to remove the cylinder. It's too heavy, you know, and how much would he charge me to take it up there, fill it, and then bring me back? So he said roughly about 10 CDs. So I said, okay, that's like $1, or not even quite $1, but a little bit under $1, like 80 something cents. So he came back with me, got back on the back of the motorbike, came with me. We found a way to unhook it, because I didn't have a clue as to how to unhook it. We unhooked it, and we took it back. We took the cylinder to the, you know, we call it petroleum, where we go fill them up with the propane, sorry, not petroleum, propane tank. So we took it to the propane refill station, filled it up, another 260, and we came back on the motorbike. Once we came back, we hooked it up, called the maintenance guy, fired it up, no gas came out. And I was like, oh no, what is it? So we kept trying. So he says, well, do you have a match? I said, yeah. And he says, well, bring me the match. So he turned it on, struck a match, lit it, poof, poof, fire. So then it lit. So then we turned it off and we turned it on. Now it was ready to start on its own. So I guess it takes time for the gas to, you know, the propane to get through the line and whatnot. And so now it's working. What a day. All behind this little thing here. So when I looked at it, it was in the yellow. You can see that in the yellow. Now you see it's in the red, although it's not hooked up, but now you see what I saw. Just filled it up 3 weeks ago. Should have lasted well into, I don't know, this is what, January, maybe March sometime, maybe even April. This little culprit here. So it's something with this here. It's not working right or something. Or maybe it was a combination of both. Maybe the clamp. And then when we hooked this one up and we opened it, it was so we could hear it. So we're like, uh-oh. Now mind you, yesterday when I went out there, it was fine. Today, when we reconnected it, it was like, the mister is not here to check it. He knows how to hook this thing up. I'm doing the best that I can. And the maintenance guy, he knows what he's doing, but you know, this is the mister's. So he also, the mister told me also 3 weeks ago when we refilled it that there was a fault or a leak in this thing and that he had fixed it. So either it didn't get fixed or we were not connecting it right today. But and the original problem was the hose with the clamp. And then now that this is there, maybe, I don't know, something happened to this piece again too. So it could have been both pieces at the same time, and I don't know. I'm tired. I'm hot. I was hungry. Hadn't eaten all day. No breakfast, no lunch. I'm just not eating dinner. And it is 5:50 in the evening. Oh my, what a day. So that was my morning. That was my afternoon. Hopefully I have a better night. I'm gonna go and take a nice hot bath and soak and maybe watch some other YouTubers, see what they're up to, and try to enjoy my evening and just unwind, have some quiet time, maybe listen to some music and whatnot. So I want to thank you all for joining us this evening. Thank you to our followers. Thank you to our subscribers. Please, please, please hit the thumbs up, which is the like button. Hit your post notification bell so that every time we upload a video, you'll receive it. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to comment. And again, subscribe to our channel. Thank you again, everyone, for joining us this evening. We hope that you have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We're broadcasting from West Africa, Ghana. Thank you, everyone. See you later. Goodbye.